I'm Michelle Gille with McKee Realty, and I'm here today with Brian McKee of Midwest Homes. We're going to be talking a little bit about new construction and what that beginning process looks like. Brian?
We're going to talk about the foundation damp proofing system that we put on all of our homes. We're going to talk about floor joists, engineered subfloors, engineered walls, the trusses that we put in so that everyone can get an idea of the basics of new construction. Every Midwest home comes with a 10-year foundation damp proofing warranty. That includes foundation damp proofing on the outside of the concrete walls. The wash stone underneath the entire basement floor is 8 inches thick to provide a drainage area for water underneath the slab. Form a drain form system for the footings. It also connects to a sump pit for water to go into a sump pit with a pump in it. And that pump pit can also act as a radon mitigation system if ever needed. So as a custom home builder, we allow all of our clients to have input into the design and the construction of their home. Some clients will stick with our design basic, which is a 2x4 wall with 1.5-inch styrofoam on the outside. So we get an R21 wall, but we also get dew point control in the cavity, which is important in Wisconsin's climates. These clients, however, decide to upgrade to a 2x6 wall. 2x6 isn't necessarily required until you get walls over 12 foot in height, but they wanted the extra R value and insulation in their wall system. We still, though, however, require that in all of our homes we put that styrofoam on the outside so that we get that dew point control, and you can see that here with the construction technique that we use. This home was also going to have a composite material for siding versus a vinyl siding, and in those cases we need to have a continuous sheeting of OSB throughout the entire perimeter of the house. So one of the quality aspects that we do here at Midwest Homes and all of our homes is the subfloor that we use. We use an aspen fir plywood, 3/4 inch thickness in all of our homes. It's an added cost compared to what most builders use, but it gives us a little bit more of a durable floor. It has less deflection between the floor joists and is also moisture resistant. As we all know in Wisconsin, it's probably going to rain or snow while we're building your house, and as aspen fir plywood does not absorb the moisture. Most builders use a chipboard or a OSB material for their subfloors, and that's wood chips glued together, and over time those can absorb moisture in them and pull up the fasteners that they use to connect it to the floor joist below. Our aspen fir plywood doesn't absorb that moisture, and so we have less chance for floor squeaks in our homes. So in everyday construction, builders use 2x4 or 2x6s for their exterior walls depending on the height of the wall that's needed. One of the things that we use in our kitchens and in our bathrooms is what's called an engineered stud. It's a manufactured product where they take wood chips, glue them back together with resin, and then mill them down to make 2x4s. It's a material that doesn't warp or twist during construction, because in Wisconsin's climate it's going to rain or snow while we're building, and so these studs stay really true and plumb so that when we're installing cabinets, installing tile and showers, everything stays nice and tight and we have nice straight and even lines. So when we go through the design process with our clients, we talk about value engineering a home, and that doesn't necessarily mean cheap or inexpensive. It just means using materials and products as cost effectively as we can. Everything from spanning floor joist to widths or changes in dimension of a room to make sure that we're using plywood, OSB, or the trusses cost effectively. It doesn't mean cheap, but it means to get the most space for the dollar, the most value for the dollar in the construction. We look at engineering the floor joist not only for span, for the amount of distance that we can get, but also to make sure we get a floor loading so that we have minimal deflection or bounce in the floor. Some builders don't do that. We also look at window headers, door headers, etc. Sometimes we're using a microlam header, sometimes we're using a 2x10 header, and sometimes we're using timber strand. All depends on the width of the window or the span that we're opening, and it also depends on the weight load from above, either from a floor system or from roof trusses. So today we've talked a lot about the different design aspects that we put into our homes, the products that we put into the homes, framing techniques that we use to value engineer for our clients. It's important that we can use our expertise to help you through the design process. We've gone through this process hundreds of times with clients. Most people, they go through it once or twice in a lifetime.
Thanks, Brian. Today we've covered a lot of information, and this really is just a sliver of what we do. If you'd like more information, please give us a call. We'll be here for you. Thanks.